My name is Mirella Rojas. I am in Professor Hunter's 3312-002 Disability and Social Work course for the spring of 2021. And today I have chosen to do my presentation over stuttering. In this PowerPoint, I will be covering 4 topics. The first being disability and definition, the second being percentage of individuals with disability, the third, disability across lifespan, and finally the fourth would be accommodations. Following these are the closing and resources slides. The first slide, disability and definition. Stuttering. A speech impairment refers to an impaired ability to produce speech sounds and may range from mild to severe. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, stuttering is a speech disorder characterized by repetition of sounds, syllables, or words, prolongation of sounds, and interruptions in speech known as blocks. The second slide, percentage of individuals with disability. Percentage of individuals with disability. 1% of the adult population stutters, which means that is about 3 million Americans who have this disability. So worldwide, the entire population of our world, only 1% of adult individuals struggle with this disability. The third slide, disability across lifespan. Disability across lifespan. So for gender, from ages 3 to 17, 5.7% of females struggle with this, and 9.6% of males struggle with this disability. For age, in childhood, about 5% of all children will come across stuttering, but typically around the age range of 3 to 7 is when these children outgrow this disability. If not, then they become the part of that 1% who are affected lifelong by this. Stuttering in children is most common in ages 2 to 6, seeing as they are still in the process of developing language and motor skills. This type of stuttering is often referred to as developmental stuttering, and a majority of them outgrow this. It becomes a more long-lasting trait when children have not outgrown stuttering and it has continued for longer than 6 months. That is when speech therapy should be considered. For adults, as we have discussed in this class, you can either age with a disability or you age into disability. For those who have aged with stuttering, they are likely to continue for the remainder of their lives and could do speech therapy to aid them. There are, however, incidents that could cause stuttering to begin later in life, such as strokes or traumatic brain injury. For these adults who had no prior experience with this, there is a large adjustment period. Children. Children who experience stuttering are more likely to experience bullying. In a survey study, 60% of teenagers who stutter reported that they rarely or never talk to other people about stuttering. To avoid any microaggressions, people who stutter are less vocal about their wants and needs around people they are uncomfortable with. Not only are they uncomfortable, but they experience anxiety to a certain degree, especially in regards to social interactions. Adults. The sense of anxiety does not go away. People who stutter may become socially anxious, fear public speaking, or worry their stuttering will undermine their performance at work or school. As we have learned in this class, just because a person has a disability does not instantly constitute them as incompetent, and with our society's negative perception of speech impediments, there is room for more microaggression to occur in adulthood as well. The fourth slide, policy and legislation. Policy and legislation. The Americans with Disability Act is the main policy in place that protects those who stutter. In 2008, the law was amended to give greater range of protection to those who are being discriminated against. To receive protection from the ADA for stuttering, the individual must prove that their disability is substantially impairing. When fighting cases of discrimination, a person who stutters should demonstrate the physical, for example, repetition, prolongations, blocks, and difficulty speaking; emotional, for example, avoidance of words and situations; and perceptual, for example, others get impatient or finish words or sentences, aspects of the disorder. While there has been a push for more inclusivity on cases based around discrimination due to stuttering, there is still more that could be done. Disabilities lie on a spectrum, and no two individuals will be affected the same, so there should be more legal protection offered. On the side, I have an image of the ADA Amendments Act of 2008 that went effective in January of 2001. The things that I'm sorry. The things that were amended or added to the Act are reverse effect of Supreme Court decisions, evasions of broad umbrella of coverage, lowers bar for showing that an impairment substantially limits, makes clear that eligibility for impairments that are episodic or are in remission is based on a substantial limitation when active, expands list of major life activities, prohibits consideration of mitigating measures, clarifies third prong regarded as definition of person with disability, makes clear that reasonable accommodations are not required for persons regarded as disabled, makes clear that minor and transitory impairments are not protected disabilities. For my fourth section, accommodations. Accommodations. For parents, I have attached a link to the pamphlet that is made for parents on how to navigate their child's disability. Down below in the description box, there will be a link for each of these 3 resources that give way to new accommodations that are offered here in the state of Texas in our local areas. For kids, this is a resource camp not only in our area but all over America that would have children of different ages come together. All of these children are affected by stuttering, and there are camps, if I'm not mistaken, located in Dallas and in Fort Worth for the state of Texas. And for adults, this is a link for a support group for adults in Texas. These groups are here to provide another layer of support. As stated previously in this PowerPoint, most do not feel comfortable speaking and voicing their needs around people they are not comfortable with, but having built the support system of someone who can truly understand what they're going through would really add another layer of support for these individuals. Thank you so much for your time today. I will now just scroll through my resource links. They will also be in the description box below. Thank you so much for your time today.